just want to say happy Thursday to everybody. I'm back here in Michigan. I basically barely got back from corporate last night, and it was snowing like a blizzard. So it's good to be back, and it's good to have the fireplace on. We got a special call, a Zoom a chat today. And, you know, I first want to start off with first, every single week this is growing. And if you have not gone to Zurvita.com/pledge, what are you waiting for? I want you to truly register. Just a quick soundbite on why we're doing this is we started this going back months ago as kind of a pilot program. And it was amazing on how the different personalities of different people getting into this group created Into Me You See. So we started out with one question, and then the next thing you know is we went truly into left field, and certain things that were bothering certain people or that were on someone's heart, we started to discuss. And, you know, everyone could wear an expensive suit or dress, and we hide things, but every day we're going through things that other people have no clue about. So here in Zurvita, we decided, I mean, it's been almost 10 years with Zurvita as partners. And we had these challenges, and they were very intimidating, and some people didn't want to do that. And it was like 90 days, it was hard, and what were we gonna win? Well, the biggest thing you're gonna win here is getting yourself back, is truly moving forward, getting unstuck. So really our Zurvita pledge is all about making a declaration, truly speaking this pledge out loud between you and your creator. You know, because what happens is what we think about, what we focus on is how we live today, and what we speak, even in this declaration out loud, is what we're going to prophesize, good or bad. So whether you're going through, you know, a tough spot in your relationships or in business, whether you just are in this valley, all the growth is in the valley, but you don't need to do it alone. And that's this beautiful thing. I call it that X factor. You know, it's intangible, it's undeniable. When two or more come together and you shed light on some of the darkness, light voids out. So if you have not truly understood what this Zurvita pledge is all about, it's truly saying enough is enough. I want to take a stance. I want to truly put my foot in the sand, draw that line and say, I want to be the best version of myself, mind, body, and spirit. I want to move forward. I want to build the biggest team. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to live my life that way. So in saying that, go to Zurvita.com/pledge. A lot of people that are on here, even possibly today, you know, are on my Zurvita coach page. Eventually, that's going to just totally close down. We're going to invite each and every one of you to this Zurvita pledge. But you got to go to Zurvita.com/pledge. You'll get an email from us inviting you to this other group on Facebook that will be exclusive for what we're doing. Videos, recipes, exercise programs, macronutrient meal plans, posting so that we're going to learn from each other. We're truly going to, you know, lift each other. We're going to reach higher together. We're going to get better together. So the thought of the day before I introduce someone who I have on this Zoom call is here we are going into 2020, and it's racing by. Time waits for nobody. And the thing that I've learned in owning health clubs throughout the country, physical therapy businesses, doing my life coaching, the TV show, is that everybody gets all excited, but they don't have a master plan. They don't have a blueprint. And we become a statistic because 90% of people will actually fail the first 90 days of their New Year's resolution. And right now, many people are reaching out to me, whether it's through television or through Zurvita, through social media, saying, Peter, you know, the first 30 days, I was gung-ho, and now I'm just like, I'm losing my enthusiasm. I'm losing my focus. I'm losing my vision. And all I could say is don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. don't give up on truly the goals that you have. Let's just start with short-term goals. Make a commitment with yourself. Put this on your calendar so for every Thursday, we truly get better together. You know, every week I've been trying to reach out to different people on what they're getting out of this Zurvita pledge, this declaration of making a commitment between yourself and God. And the first person who I want to bring out here and give a shout out to is our crown ambassador. He is our quarterback of Zurvita. And for many people who haven't met him, he's one of my dearest, best friends, literally. We talk almost every day. He lives it, he walks it, he breathes it. Not only is he into exercise, but he's a humble leader in building just amazing teams when it comes to business. So my question as I introduce Brad Murray from sunny California is that, you know, what does this Zurvita pledge mean to you? I mean, you've been here from the conception. Why does this feel different? Why is this creating traction? Why are people wanting to plug into this? And personally, what are you getting out of it?
Well, first of all, thank you, Peter, for having me on here with you today. I got one question for you, though, before I start firing it away. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I just wondering if you've been lifting weights.
I have been lifting weights. I have been. I've been at corporate. We've been dropping and doing 10, and everybody is probably hating me right now, but yeah, we're living it.
I just want to make sure that you're doing what you're preaching. All right.
I am, buddy.
All right. You look pumped. You look pretty pumped. But
I'm trying.
I know that if I ask you that, you're going to show them. So I wanted to see the pump myself live on the Zoom. So all right, now that we've gotten that over with, I love the pledge. I love the community of it. I love everything that you're talking about on the kind of the warm up of the Zoom today. I think community and team is what makes everything work. And so it's a great cause, number one, personally, because we can all get better through these all natural, clean products. So if we're accountable to our own personal eating, you know, what are we putting in the engine, right? I mean, it's impossible to find good food for the most part, busy lives, so that the soils are depleted, the foods are processed. I mean, it's just impossible. Have you ever walked in a convenience store lately or an airport? I mean, just everything in there is just junk. Oh my gosh. And people are in line buying it, right? Oh my God. That's a sermon for another day. But just the fact that, I mean, we're changing lives in the fact that if we can help people live a longer, healthier, happier, more meaningful life because of what they're feeding their engine. But it's hard to do it on your own. It takes a community, it takes a team, it takes accountability. And so I love this Thursday Zoom. If for no other reason than that, it's how many lives can we get connected into a team, into a community, and speak into those lives on a weekly basis and just keep them encouraged to stay the course, stay the course, stay the course until it becomes a habit. And once you've got a new habit in your life, that's how lives change. The weight comes off, the blood. I mean, you know, all the positive side effects that these products do for people's lives. So I love the fact that you're doing this every Thursday. And it's,
you know, and, you know, you and I, we talk about, you know, truly living it. And it's like, here we have this box that has, you know, the protein, and it has our Zeal, our flagship product. It has this burn. It has, exactly, it has, you know, the cleanse. It has this macronutrient meal plan. So we put everything in there, and tools are so important because it's like, whether you want to work out, you need the right equipment. You want to build a house, you need the right architect to know what the heck you're doing. So it's like a lot of people, their mind is doing 1,000 where they want to make a change, but they don't know how. So I really feel more now than ever that our Zurvita pledge, when you're making that commitment, then you truly want the tools to succeed. How do you feel that the transformation system, and I say this with love to everybody that's listening, it's somewhat idiot proof, where you don't need to be a nutritionist. You don't need to be, you know, an exercise physiologist. We're giving you workout programs. We're giving you like even one-sheeters on all the, you know, the product information, some of the best ingredients on the planet. But how has specifically the transformation system really kind of been married to this pledge, where if you're going to invest in making a commitment, whether it's breaking an addiction, reconciling on a marriage and you're stressed and you're drinking too much, or whether it's exercising to gain more muscle or to lose fat, it's like you truly need the right tools so that you can expedite it. We're like visual creatures. We want to see things immediately. The first thing that you experience, you know, is what you feel from the inside out, and then you start seeing it. Once you start seeing it, I'm saying this to everybody, when you go around, you know, when you get out of the shower and you go in front of the mirror and you're like, whoa, I actually see my collarbone. I actually see a vein coming out of my arm. I see some lines, you know. See, everybody has a six-pack. It's unfortunate that we just gluttons for punishment, and most of us haven't seen it for decades because we just put a lot of fat over that. So my question, Brad, is like the transformation system, how does it help, especially when someone makes that commitment to themselves and God to truly say, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to take it to the next level. And why do you think that transformation system is something for people to try? Because a lot of people just will try our energy drink, our Zeal, our all-in-one, which is wonderful, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory properties. But our transformation system, in my opinion, stands alone, where it has everything all in one box. So I give it to you.
No, I mean, it's better marketing. It's better on so many fronts, in the fact that, I mean, you know, I started when it was just Zeal, and all we sold was Zeal, right? And then we added some products, and now we've kind of come full circle with the system. But I'd rather talk to somebody about a health and wellness system, about a body transformation system. And I think it connects with people better than just a product. I mean, people don't believe necessarily that a product is going to do that much. It might make a little difference, right? But when you have a transformation system that encompasses many products,
and our flagship product too.
So, I mean, in the fact that, I mean, a lot of the people in our company have been using all the products anyway, but we just didn't put it all together into the one system and sell a system. And I think I can go to bed at night knowing, after I've sold a transformation system, that
you're covered.
I'm covered. I'm not missing this thing and this thing. And so, I mean, I get up first thing every morning. The very first thing I do out of the gate is I drink Zeal. I just got through drinking Zeal plus recovery because my workout yesterday apparently was really hard. I mean, my body's really feeling it today. So I love this recovery product, by the way. But big on the proteins. I'm a big cleanser. I love the burn. I love the amino. I mean, well, I could just go, it's a love affair with each one of these products, whether it's chocolate or vanilla, and the aminos. I love throwing the aminos in there, all the benefits of the aminos. But coming back to your point, I just like the idea that I can sit down with somebody and say, hey, I can help you with your health. And whether it's, no matter what, it's lose weight, gain weight, or whatever it is. I mean, the transformation system covers it all. And I really like that. You know, again, coming back to the feeling better about what I'm doing for the customer.
You know, and for people, there's a lot of people that are on this chat that I've invited, Adriel have invited. And, you know, just so people know, if this is the first time that you're on there, there's no obligation in buying any products. We truly want to love on you at Zurvita. That's one of the callings of my life. We just happen to have some of the best systems and ingredients when it comes to products that will help expedite what you're looking to accomplish. And really quickly, we have a new, pretty new, it's a few months old, performance products that is as easy as 1, 2, 3 in your workout. And it's like, you know, if you don't have energy, it's hard to work out. So we have something that, you know, you would take before your workout, and it's pretty amazing. And it's going to fuel you up, and it's going to literally dilate with NO2 precursors, nitric oxide precursors. It's going to give you that pump. Then we have an H2O, because I always say that during exercise, you should have 3 to 4 ounces of water every, say, 15 to 20 minutes. We actually put in different minerals and vitamins, as well as a different delivery system for energy. So you're going to get time-released energy during your workout, but it's also going to help with your electrolytes, especially if you're sweating, perspiring a lot. And then at the end, you have that lactic acid waste byproduct, that pain that people don't like, that many people will end up quitting because they're like, I can't take this pain. It's like my chest is so sore, my legs, I can't sit down. I did squats. Well, with the recovery, we put anti-inflammatory properties in it that are pretty amazing, that it's going to help a few things. It's going to help bring the inflammation down. It's going to help with the receptors on absorbing more enriched protein into your body, because you're depleting all this protein during exercise. And then when after you exercise, you need to replenish that with the building block to muscle. That's where amino acids are the building block to protein. Protein is the building block to muscle. So if you don't want the protein powder, chocolate or vanilla, you can have amino acids. A question I get all the time: amino acids come in pills. They're actually the building block to protein. So you're getting your protein literally in capsules, without carbohydrates, without fat, without a bunch of calories. So you're going to, especially if you're looking to facilitate, lose excess body fat, replenish your protein, amino acids are a winner. I want to leave you with this question, a take home, you know, for people that are possibly listening right now. They're on the fence, you know, they're kind of getting frustrated. Every new year they've been exercising. They have 3 memberships to health clubs in their purse or in their wallet, and they're just at a point where they're a little fuzzy, and they're on this call obviously for a reason. What would be the take-home message on truly for them that are possibly thinking about giving up, or they're procrastinating, they're ambivalent on making a decision, they don't know what they should be doing? What would be the take-home message, Brad?
Yeah, that's kind of a good one. You know, I guess, you know, this time of year, I mean, you got to get in the game. I mean, New Year's resolution, first quarter of the year, you came in the first of the year saying, I want to get better. This year, I'm going to get better. And so to get better, you got to get in the game. Step 1, get in the game. I mean, get a transformation system, connect to this group for accountability, community, teamwork, to stay, focused and encouraged by the stories that you hear in this community. And then I'll add a third thing, and that is, we refer to it as personal development. I know for me, what I feed my mind is everything. So the world is constantly wanting to fill my mind with worldly thoughts. And so I like to delve into positive thoughts. Man, I love YouTube motivational videos. They're fast, they're easy. So I like to start my day it's kind of like the Daniel plan. I like starting my day. I like meditating midday, and I like closing out the day, kind of bookending, all with positivity. For me, it's faith-filled, purpose-driven, motivational, but it makes a huge difference, because how I think determines what I say, like you're saying, Peter, and what I'm saying is what's going to manifest. And it's amazing if you can get in the game and get connected with this group and invest in you, invest into your mind, in your future. I'm reading a book right now by Joel Osteen. It's called The Power of Favor. And all it is you choose how to think. We choose what we're going to receive, what we're going to believe, what we're going to say, and that becomes our life. And so it's great to be part of a team and a community like this where we can kind of minister and encourage each other on a weekly Zoom like this, Peter. So I'm glad we do this every Thursday. It's a great time of day. It's my kind of the midday thing, you know, for me today. And so anyway, we love to help people. We want to help people. We want to help change lives. And that's the purpose for this whole thing.
You know, knowledge is power. And I even tell my kids, no one can steal your joy unless you allow them to. So listen, we appreciate you. And I love you personally as a friend. I love your heart. I love you being a humble leader. You're always paying it forward. You're never too busy for anyone, regardless on what level they're at. Everyone is winning. So continue to stay healthy. Continue to allow God to use you in a mighty way. And you have enriched my life in, you know, the 8-9 years that I know you in such a mammoth way. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you, Peter. God bless.
God bless you. You know, there's someone else on this call, and she was actually one of the winners for our Zurvita 90-day challenge. And a quick kind of story when it comes to her. Her name is Shauna Wilson, and she's from Indiana. And she came to one of our conventions, and she had this horrific accident, you know, almost 2 decades ago, where an 18-wheeler, she collided on a foggy morning. She ended up becoming paralyzed from waist down. She lost a pregnancy. She was pregnant at the time. Her other child was in the car, got thrown from the car, survived. But she persevered, and she truly motivates me. She sees the glass half full, and she truly speaks life into people. She was also at one of my events, Life Transformation Tours, and she spoke there, and she ended up becoming, and I'll let her say it, a champion. I think it's Miss Indiana wheelchair, and she's just now looking to help other people. So without further ado, I just want to bring her on and just say thank you for being a part of this Zoom. And I guess my question to you is, and you know, I know a big part of your story, but how has this pledge, this Zurvita pledge, how has it affected your life? And why is it so different than even the challenge?
Thank you, Peter. Yes, you know, the Zurvita pledge just kind of came at a time in my life when, you know, I was giving so much to my marriage, to my children, to so many people. And so that kind of gave me a chance to recommit myself, to take care of myself and my own health and wellness. And so that was the biggest thing for me, is recommitting to my health and just pushing forward to the goals that I'd already set forth from winning the first challenge. So it's exciting to be recommitted and to have the official pledge and be a part of the group again.
You know, and we always talk about mental toughness, and we talk about, you know, instead of impossible, you know, you separate that word and it says I'm possible. And I remember you telling a friend of yours when you were in the audience that you wanted to win that challenge, and that the only way you were going to be able to get on stage was if Zurvita built a ramp. And it's something that you don't even think about. You're like, wow, there's stairs, this person's in a wheelchair. Can you just articulate quickly on just how that unfolded?
Yes, you know, when you had mentioned at the beginning about, you know, people get started on these 90-day challenges, and after 30 days, they flop because they don't know what to do. They go at it gung-ho, and then they just get lost. They don't know what they're doing. And so, you know, that day when I was listening to you talk on stage, and you laid out this plan, and I thought, wow, I can do this. And so I was like, I'm going to do this. And I was like, and then you talked about winning, you know, the one-on-one personal challenge workout with you. And I thought, I got to win, because I was that person. I was that person that would go in gung-ho and would fail because I didn't even know what I was doing. And so I loved how you laid out that plan. And so when I said I was going to win, you know, my friend Roger said, well, wait a minute, all I see is stairs. And we're just like, well, Zurvita's just going to have to build a ramp because I'm going to win. And so we were so excited, and we just giggled and laughed. And that was for the next 90 days. That was a joke between us, was that I'm going to win and Zurvita's going to have to build us a ramp. And I just couldn't believe it that I actually won the challenge. It was so exciting. And Zurvita, they just have such humble leadership. I mean, they made me feel so loved. And I mean, they just went out of their way to build that beautiful ramp for me. And so I was so excited to have taken that challenge. I'm just so thankful that I heard you speak that day on stage. And like, you know, even Brad was talking about, we have a system, you know, we didn't just have one product. We've got so much out there. And so being committed to our system, it changed my life. It changed my vision for my life. I went from, you know, I had lost hope on having any kind of a fitness life anymore after becoming paralyzed. And you brought that back to my life. So I thank you for that.
You know, and well, we thank you because you have an amazing testimony, and people that hear it are truly blessed. I guess my question to you is, when you make a declaration, when you take a pledge, when you literally have a pledge that people read, that they're going to honor their body, they're going to take care of them, they're going to make a commitment. It's truly you against you. It starts and ends with you. But you're saying this out loud, and I always say, you know, what you speak is what you live. So this pledge, in your opinion, how would it be different in the sense of, say, a challenge that other people have been on?
Well, I think it's different because even Brad had mentioned earlier, the community, you know, having the Zurvita pledge, it's an open community. I feel like, you know, we've got these community chats every Thursday. There's so much support, you know, that's involved with our Zurvita pledge now that, you know, that you don't always get with other challenges. So I think that's one of the biggest things, is just the community. You just feel like you're a part of a community. People are posting, they're posting their progress, they're just posting everything that they're doing, and it keeps you involved and makes you really feel like you're a part of a community.
You know, and before I let you go, is for people that are on this Zoom or maybe listening to it as a repeat, you know, and for people that maybe aren't in a wheelchair, but yet they feel like the walls are closing in on them, and they feel like they've tried everything and they're at a point of giving up. What would be your message to them? I mean, here, you know, your life changed. Your life changed. And if you could, in part of your closing, can you tell everybody when you found out that you were paralyzed and the love of your life, your husband, you were going to see him for the first time, the conversation you had, I think it was with your mother, and then just, you know, finish off with, if people are thinking about giving up, what would be that take-home message? I'll give it to you.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, when I first became paralyzed, you know, of course I was laying in the hospital bed. My mother had came in there, and by now a day or two had actually passed since the accident, but I was just kind of awake. And Mom asked me, she says, "Do you know you're paralyzed?" And I said, "Yeah, I do. I understand." And I said, "What does Randy think?" And she said, "He doesn't care." And I just said, "Okay, well, I guess I don't either. We're going to do this." And, you know, and having that loving support from my husband, you know, just meant the world to me, because I thought, well, this doesn't bother him, it's not going to bother me either. You know, I can do this. And so, you know, and that's the biggest thing about the Zurvita pledge, is that's us reaching out to you, you know, at a time when you feel like you've tried everything, you know, just to give it one more try. Just try one more thing. Join our community, because that's us reaching out and saying that we don't care where you're at. We love you right now. Let us help you. Let us help you reach your goals. Let us support you. And so, you know, I just want to just encourage everybody to just continue on. You know, you have a support system. You know, we're all here. We don't have to be at the gym together every day. We don't have to see each other every day, but we have a community that you can be a part of, and you'll be able to get the support and the nutrition information that you need.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being a part of this and being a part of Zurvita. You have truly inspired thousands of people all over the world on just, I always say this, Shauna, and I've said this to you personally, nothing's wasted in God's economy.
That's true.
No accident, no divorce, no loss, nothing, no bankruptcy, because a lot of times God knows what's going to happen. And if you put him first, if you walk in faith, then it's amazing on the growth, on the knowledge, on the strength. See, having peace is not when you're in the Bahamas and it's 85 degrees and someone's serving you a pina colada. Peace, true peace, is when you're in the middle of the ocean and you don't see land and you have no clue on how you're going to survive, but you know that there's a bigger plan he has for your life, and you trust that with all your heart. That's the peace that I hope and pray for everyone, because when you have that almighty peace that only he can deliver, it becomes an awesome, awesome life. It's a deal changer. It catapults you to the next level. So thank you, Shauna, for being who you are, and we appreciate you, and you are helping so many people. I want to hand this off to a woman who I've just known for years, from almost day one of Zurvita, Adriel. And I want you to just give us a little update, because we're kind of voyeuring into your life. A woman who really kind of for the last while wasn't consistent with exercising, and now you're like running 40, 50 miles a week. And with this Zurvita pledge, you made a pledge to yourself, enough is enough, and I'm going to do this. And I'm just so proud of you. So thank you for, again, putting this on, and for everything that you do. I got to say this before I give this to you. I was, at corporate for the last few days, and if it wasn't for Adriel, she's like my security blanket. It's like I did 15 videos, and it's like everybody's saying, "Man, Peter, you're seasoned at this. You know how to do it." And I'm looking at Adriel, and I'm saying, "What do I do next? What do I say?" So thank you, and I love you, and I do. And congratulations on your road work outside. So just share it with people, because it inspires me, and I know that it will inspire a lot of people.
It's funny. Whoa, a second. I couldn't hear on my computer for some reason, so now it's all crazy. So for whatever reason, I don't know what happened. I think it was just the community of this group and helping push me to really see myself again. I was talking to Coley Sappingfield, Andre's sister, and I are like best friends now. All these things that Zurvita brings into your life, right? And she said that I was like thanking her for supporting me, because we were talking about my race being this Sunday. And she said, sometimes we just need someone to help us put our crown back on. And that's what this is, right? Like, we're children of God. Like, we have crowns, like, and they fall off sometimes, and we're supposed to be there to put it back on for each other. And it's this huge thing for me, because my dad is driving down to watch me race. It's so silly. I'm like emotional about it, because I want to make him proud, and my dog will be there because I'm a huge nerd. So
but that's even part of the healing. Think about that. I mean, I know part of that story, so it's like this is like all coming together.
It's a big deal, Chelsea, my dad, and my dog. Like, we'll all be there when I cross that finish line. And it's been a rough week. I am just from an exercise standpoint, because I was running mostly on a treadmill because it's been raining a lot, and I switched to outside this week, and it was humbling. It added like 3 minutes to my mile, because they are different monsters completely. And it's 40 degrees right now, and I was outside and I have like 2 pairs of leggings and 2 jackets. And I shaved a minute off of where I was yesterday. So that's important, but it's encouraging to know that you can always get better. And the moment you think like you're in a really good place, like you can be knocked down to remind yourself like you have further to go. Like there's more places that you can climb. And I've run 20 miles this week, and that's crazy to me because six weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, I was barely doing cardio at all. So I'm still nervous about the 13 I have to run on Sunday, but I'm pretty proud of the fact that I ran 48 last month as a collective. And in 5-6 days in 1 month, I've ran almost half of what I did last month. So, I use all of our products, all of our products. I don't know how I would be getting through this without like the fuel and oh my gosh, the aminos and the recovery, especially. I have a pretty set routine now, but I'm very grateful for this community and for the light that we can be for each other.
Yeah, I mean, and listening to you, I think everyone can resonate with the hope and with, as you just said, I mean, what a beautiful analogy. Our crown sometimes falls up, and we are a child of God, and we need to know our worthiness. And sometimes people that love us believe in us more than we believe in ourselves. And we need to sometimes be edified, or it needs to be a confirmation to just know, because sometimes we've been knocked down. Our confidence level is at an all-time low. And even the best of the best needs to believe again, to hope again. What I want to do is for people that have not been on this call, for people that are maybe a little fuzzy with exactly what is involved in the Zurvita Pledge exclusive group on social media, can you maybe just before we end this call, and you can hand it back to me for a second, is just explain, Monday through Sunday on like just a lot of things that are going on.
Well, so we will be posting this up, and I know that there's been some stuff and there I posted a lot into our group this week, and you'll see like all of our product nutritional information is up now inside the group. There's videos, there's workout, there's nutritional stuff. All the links to all these chats are up there every week. And in the back office and in your app, there's a great video on the transformation system that Peter shot that is actually one of our top videos that gets shared. And if you have any questions, or if it's 2 a.m. and we're not online and you need an answer to something, maybe don't take that much zeal where you're up at 2 a.m. But so what we're doing, let me get into my phone. I have the picture so I can read them accurately to you. So we have daily posts, right? So we're going to put this up. We're waiting on the translation, and then I'll post it in the group. So on Mondays, I feel like this is kind of obvious, but it's Motivational Monday. As you've seen, Peter gets on there and he shares a lot of motivational stuff to help get you through the week. And then we want you to share too, though, what motivates you. Is there like, Joel was just texting me about books, is there a book? Is there a quote? Is there a song that like pumps you up in the morning? Like what's your motivation? Like this week it's my dad, stuff like that. On Tuesday, it's going to be fitness and workout tips. So you can go in there, any kind of workouts that you're doing, any workouts you want to post, like you can share your own workouts. Peter's been sharing stuff in there also. And then on Wednesday, it's Wednesday wins, like what is your successes? And it doesn't have to be, anything huge. It can be, I think all successes are huge. They're just huge to you, and they're huge to how you see them. So it could be that you got up and walked a mile that morning when you didn't feel like it. That's a win. You know, getting up and doing something when you don't feel like doing it is still a success, and it deserves to be appreciated. So whatever you feel like your win is for the last week or for that day, for that morning, whatever it is, just share it and like help inspire people. It doesn't have to be running 20 miles. It can be running the one you didn't want to. And then Thursdays is this, we got our community chat day. So try and get as many people on here as possible so we can build our community a little bit more. On Fridays, it's kind of like a free share day. So whatever you feel like in your heart, you feel like sharing, is there something like food tip you want, or whatever it is, you know, oh, look at my lunch or whatever you're going through, it's just free share day. And then on Saturdays, we're going to be doing product knowledge and nutritional tips. So kind of going between product knowledge of the Zurvita stuff, as well as nutrition, eating correctly and stuff like that, integrating both together. And then on Sundays is meal prep ideas, really setting you up for success on Sundays so that you can properly prepare for your whole week.
Awesome. You know, and on that note, I really feel it's important. I want to give each and every one of you some homework, whether you're watching this live or you're going to get, you know, see it in a rerun, is when we speak something, when we truly speak something, there's power. And I've said it to my kids, I've said it to my friends, I've used it in work. If you're with your significant other, if you're with your friends and you say, you know, you're stupid, or if you say, you start criticizing somebody, you slowly chip away at their self-worth. Even if you love them, even if you're trying to help them. So what I believe with all my heart is, you know, and it's biblical, words create life or death. They create light or dark. There's no gray area. And one of the reasons why with our Zurvita pledge, we made a declaration, and it's only a couple of paragraphs long, but you basically speak your name and you make this declaration to yourself. It's so powerful. So what I challenge each and every one of you is to get that declaration out. If you haven't gone to zurvita.com /pledge, go there, register. You'll see the pledge. I want you to take out your smart device and I want you to just videotape that. I want to see as many people speaking that word out loud. So you are making a commitment. You are making a covenant. There is no plan B. Failure is not an option. You are truly making this declaration saying, I deserve, I'm more than worthy to be that best version who God has destined me to be, period. There's nothing else to be said, but I want to see it. I want you to put yourself out. I want you to be vulnerable. I want to create into me you see, and vice versa. This intimacy of this group, it has power. So all I'm saying is I leave with this. I love each and every one of you. I want you, however you want to do it, could be outside, could be in your office, could be in a grocery store, could be in your car, when it's not driving, is I want you to truly read this declaration. And the last thing that I want you to say after you read it is, what does it mean to you personally? I love each and every one of you. We will see you next Thursday, same time, same station. Back to you, Adriel, and thank you, everybody.
We love you guys. Don't forget that if anyone is having trouble getting into the group, it's probably because we cannot allow them into the group until they accept all the questions. They answer it and accept our terms and conditions. With posting workouts and nutrition tips and stuff like that, we have to cover our bases. So we cannot allow anyone in until they legally agree to all of our terms in there set by our legal department. Other than that, you guys have a kick butt week, a great weekend, and we will see you next Thursday.